Hi, good morning to all. Today we are discussing the continuation part of our previous class. And in our previous class we learned about speed. What do you mean by speed? Speed is the distance traveled by it in an unit time. And formula for finding speed, distance traveled divided by time taken. And in that case, if we consider the speed and all, we know that if an object or if we consider that an object which is moving along a straight line path and its speed of that object remains the same, then we can say that the speed of an object is constant. On the other hand, an object which is moving along a straight line, then the speed of that object is continuously changing, then we can say that that speed of that object is variable, right? So on that basis of the nature of speed, we may have two kinds of motion, that is uniform motion and non-uniform motion. Why we may have these two kinds of motion? On the nature of speed, we have to discuss uniform motion and non-uniform motion, right? When we consider about uniform motion, first we can discuss uniform motion. Okay, uniform motion is the motion in which, that means an object which is moving along a straight line path, if it is uniform motion, the speed of that object is constant, which means that the object which covers equal distance in equal interval of time, then we can say that that object is undergoing uniform motion, right? This we can explain with the help of an example. Okay, now you just consider the speed of an object or any bus or any object, it is 60 km per hour. What do you mean by this 60 km per hour? Which means that the object, or if we consider the speed of the bus is 60 km per hour. Okay, so which means that it covers 60 km distance in 1 hour. It covers 60 km distance in 1 hour, right? Yes, and if we are considering the movement of this object from the initial position, we can consider O, and final position we can consider as P. Okay, initial position and final position. In the movement of this, in this movement, what will happen? From the initial position we can consider as O and final position is P, right? Then we know that 1 hour is actually is equal to 60 minutes. 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes, right? So if it is uniform motion, we can consider that for in 1 minute this bus covers 1 kilometer, and the next 1 minute again it covers 1 kilometer, and next 1 minute it covers 1 more kilometer from the initial position. So total 3 kilometer. From here 1 kilometer, here we can write here 2 kilometer. From the initial position to this means this position we can consider 2 kilometers. So each and every case we can consider that equal distance in equal interval of time. Then we can say that this motion is uniform motion, right? Uniform motion means that an object which covers equal distance in equal interval of time, then we can say that that motion is uniform motion. Are you clear? So in this same motion it will continuous up to the final position. That means each minute it covers only 1 kilometer. Okay, there is no change in that. So like this motion is considered as uniform motion. Okay, then now, and one more thing about this uniform motion. In our day-to-day life, can we see these kinds of motion? Say yes or no. Our day-to-day life situation, Is it possible about this uniform motion? No. Why? Because of the heavy traffic and bad condition of our road, this speed we can't able to maintain. If it is an empty road, we can drive the vehicle fastly, right? But if we are reaching in the cities or town areas and all, what will happen? Means sometimes we have to reduce the speed of our vehicle. Is it right? So this kind of uniform motion we can't able to see in or these examples much we can't able to see in our daily life, right? Because those who are driving the vehicle, they already, if we are going in any means vehicle and all, we are also experiencing. Sometimes we will increase the speed of the vehicle, sometimes there will be decreasement of speed of vehicle. Okay, and now one more example we can explain with the help of an illustration. Here you can see that a car which is moving from an initial position O to the final position D. For this total distance is 16 minutes, and for covering this 16 minutes it actually takes 8 seconds. Okay, so the first 2 seconds this car covers 4 meters, and in next 2 seconds again it can covers 4 meters from O to B. It takes 8 meters, and in next 2 seconds again 4 more meters, and like this it will reach up to the final position, right? From this illustration we can conclude that the car had traveled equal distance in equal interval of time. Which is the equal distance? 4 meters it covers in 2 seconds. Like this, each and every time interval it covers equal distance, right? So this is also an example of non-uniform motion. Okay, now we can discuss about the non-uniform motion. Actually, as the name indicates, the non-uniform motion is just opposite to the uniform motion. Non-uniform motion. Non-uniform motion. Non-uniform motion means that when an object is moving along a straight line, if it is non-uniform motion, the speed of that object is keep on changing, or the object covers unequal distance in equal interval of time. For the explanation, we can take the example of train. If we know that the train, if it is when it starts to move, so that time from particular station, if it starts to move, that time the speed of the train were very less or very slow. Okay, so we can say that for first 10 minutes, maybe for the first 10 minutes, this train can cover only 1 kilometer from the station. Okay, it has to reach the next station. Okay, so first 10 minutes, if it completes, it can cover only 1 kilometer. But the next 10 minutes, what will happen? Next 10 minutes, it may cover 2 kilometers. Okay, and the next 10 minutes, what will happen? Gradually, this train pick up the speed, and the next 10 minutes, it can covers 10 kilometers. Right? Gradually the speed of the train will increases. So we can see here equal time interval, but there will be an unequal distance. So uniform motion is the motion in which an object which covers unequal distance in equal interval of time, then we can say that it is non-uniform motion. It is non-uniform motion. And we can also explain it with the help of an illustration. Here you can see that the car from the initial position to final position, it takes 16 meters, and for the covering this much of distance it takes 8 seconds. Okay, so in each and every case, from the initial position to the next, from O to A, it takes 2 seconds. In that 2 seconds, it actually covers 2 meters. And the next 2 seconds, it covers 6 meters. And the next 2 seconds, it covers again 2 meters. And last 2 seconds, it can cover 6 meters. Okay, so in this case, you can see that the car covers unequal distance in equal interval of time. So for this illustration, we can conclude that the car had traveled unequal distance in equal interval of time. Okay, so that's all about uniform motion and non-uniform motion we discussed today. Uniform motion means that an object which covers equal distance in equal interval of time, and non-uniform motion means that an object which covers unequal distance in equal interval of time. Okay, that's all about today's class. Thank you.